Tonight, I think about becoming a boxer. Hammond talks. And James discusses pies. Hello and welcome back to Top Game. We are back with a brand new episode. Yes, we haven't been suspended. But we start off first with a car. A very prestigious car. In fact, there's only 399 plus one of these cars. And also some say that the car is as good as the book Inside Out. However, what is this car? Well, it's the one, the only, the Ferrari Enzo. This is the 2002 Ferrari Enzo Ferrari. It's a very special car and has everything that a supercar needs, such as speed, agility, brake, and power. Not only that, it also carries a price tag of $1.3 million, and you can only own one if you're on a select list. However, not only that, this car comes with brand new technology at the time, and lots of F1 features, such as 150 millisecond gear changes, powered by the flappy paddle gearbox. Also, the whole car is driven by a monstrous 660 brake horsepower V12 engine, which can manage to thrust it forwards from 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds. However, there is something very special about this car. There was only 399 made, and as I said before, you have to be on a select list. However, they made a 400th for the Pope. That just shows you how important you have to be to own one of these. Not only that, at the time of creation, it was also faster around the Ferrari test track than every other car other than their new F1 cars. Now, I appreciate the fact that at home, watching this, you may not be able to feel the raw power. But it doesn't matter. You should still be able to appreciate it. This thing's power is immense. It's more powerful than anything I've ever drove before. It literally just throws you back in your seat like on some catapult launch on the end of an aircraft carrier or something. That's just how mental it is. And the fact that only 400 is made and the fact I'm not on this list, it just makes me jealous. But you know what? I don't care. Because I get to drive one here. And just the fact of me driving it just makes me light up and just feel happy, or as James May would call it, a fizzing sensation. But the features they've put into this compared to your bog standard supercar, now you might think is a bit weird calling it a bog standard supercar, as you might be thinking, well, no supercar is a bog standard one, but compared to them all, that's just how they feel. I mean, you've got the red dots on the different little bits that tells you when to rev up. You've got your flappy paddle gearboxes. You've got different buttons to put it into sport mode and turn off traction control. Why would you want to do that? You would have to be on the death wish to do that. But you know what? They've still left it in. And Christ, this car is something special. Its design is just something spectacular. It looks like something that Lamborghini would attempt to do on the same day, which to even get close to that is still amazing for another car company. It's got a mental kind of like stealth fighter design with little dips in the wings, and it's just amazing. There's so many airfoils and the power. I know I keep mentioning the power, but it's just something else. You'll just get into another car and you won't appreciate it because you've had this. You know, I mean, I really want one now, and I'm not happy the fact that I'm not got one. But goddamn, I don't care because this thing is just immense. Even knowing it takes a whole team of laptops and every 3 jump starts you do, you have to take it over to Italy to get your clutch repaired. And yes, it's a 6 litre V12 engine, so it will use up a fair bit of fuel, and probably your insurance costs will go through the roof. But come on, it's worth it in my opinion. Just look at it. Yes, it can even go on the grass if that's what you wanted to do. It doesn't matter, it can just tackle anything. Adjustable suspension? Yes please. Flappy paddle gearbox? Yes please. 484 pounds per foot of torque? Yes please. However, obviously with many cars, there are also some cons, such as its weight. Yes, it's a little bit more of the fat kid of the bunch. It weighs around 13,000 kilograms, around 3,086 pounds, which is an awful lot for a fast supercar, presuming it's also made out of carbon and many other materials to help save weight. If they didn't make this thing out of carbon, I honestly want to see what this thing would be like. But you know what, even with all of that weight, the power, it just can't hold it down. And obviously once you got the downforce, it weighs around 2 tons, but it doesn't matter. It can still go from 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds. It still has a top speed of around 218 miles an hour. How? How is it possible? How? I know it's a laptop, but come on, look at it. So there was the Ferrari Enzo in review form. However, now we must see how fast it goes round our track. And that means handing it over to our team racing driver. Some say he invented lightning, and his helmet isn't actually a helmet, it's just his face inside out. All we know is he's called a Stig. And here is Stig in the Ferrari Enzo. He's revving up and off he goes. There he is running along in the Ferrari Enzo, using up all that 660 brake horsepower. Look at him there, accelerating along, coming up to the first corner. Oh, he nails that one just nicely. You can see there his little white mittens gripping onto that very well. Oh, he's coming through here. Now, this part is going to be difficult for him. Oh, but he manages to take it with ease with the Ferrari Enzo. Coming round, yes, look at that. Oh, and he's even showing off with a little bit of a drift. Okay, we're coming down one of the many streets of this figure 8 of track. There we go, coming up to the hammerhead. He's braking it a little bit too early there, but it doesn't matter, it's the Stig. He can handle it. Oh, he takes it a bit wide there on the hammerhead. He's looking a little bit like a star in a reasonably priced car right now. He's looking very lost, but it doesn't matter. He's got Susan Boyle on inside there. Look at him go, using up all that power. Look at that. Oh, now here comes my favourite part, the follow through. Oh, Christ. Look at Stig literally hanging on by the stitches of his gloves. He was coming up to the second to last corner. There he goes. Round the Gambon. And across the line. So there was the Stig doing a lightningly fast lap for our power lap times board. So the Stig did it in a time of 19 seconds. Yes, that's a new best time for our power lap times board. Maybe these mice and new tracks, so therefore we are going to start off with a bang. Yes, now it's time for the news, and we have some Top Gear Live related news. So as you all heard, the real me had a bit of a punch up with the producer. Yes, a bit of a fracas or whatever. And for that, currently Top Gear Live is suspended as well. So don't blame me, blame the BBC in a way you could blame me, but it wasn't my fault. Steak, potatoes, they send me crazy. And, well, to be honest, they just didn't deliver, so I'm afraid on that bombshell, Top Gear Live is not happening at the minute. And of course the main reason of that is because Clarkson is a complete idiot. And also actually, there is actual proper car news, yes. Lotus Elise are celebrating the 20 years of the Elise. And they're celebrating this by releasing a special version of the Elise. Which is apparently going to be valued, wait for it, at £40,000. I've just thought about something slightly off that topic again. If I do get fired, I should take up boxing. That'd be brilliant. And I'll build more Lego cats whilst becoming an even more boring man with longer hair. And maybe I might enter a few pie eating contests. And I will be more angry, more short, and more on CBBC with Blast Lab. But yeah, about the car, it's actually, I've heard about it. It's going to have a 1.8 litre 217 horsepower little engine, which will be interesting because it'll be all small and less power is better for me because it means that I'm not going to feel sick after eating my pies. James, if you don't shut up about your pies, I'll have a fracas with you in a minute. James May, my green little brain has just exploded. This, as you might have guessed, is a plane. And, well, to be precise, it's James May's plane, hence the reason why it's flying so badly. And also now so slowly. And this is us. I think you can see where this is going. And this is Incompetent May in a Reliant Robin. Now you definitely know what is going to happen here. So, the idea is Robin Reliant, an Incompetent May, Hammond, me, and Jeremy Clarkson, plus a plane. Yes, you guessed it. We are going to attempt to make a Robin plane. Help! Oh, what a pillock. So, yeah, let's get to work. Finally, our plane was ready. Is it meant to do that? A few weeks later, it was ready. Again. James, why has it got things sticking out of it and have you never been to physics school? Look, on top. How is that meant to fly, you moron pillock? Well, that's the thing. Nobody actually sits inside this, so, well, if it doesn't fly, then nothing's really lost. Apart from a ton of our budget money for the rest of the series. Cheers. Well, let's just launch it and see how it does. Right, starting up the engines. Oh, it's powering up. It's doing something. Oh no, James, it's gone. Oh my god, it's flying! Kind of. That doesn't look right. Oh god! James, you long-haired... Okay, yes, it didn't work. But at least it's a car. I mean, flying car, right? No. Oh, everyone hates me. And then finally, when it couldn't get any worse, James May came up with an even worse idea. May! That isn't going to work, you product. Oh, for God's sake, you even left the handbrake off. Well, might as well try it. Fine, firing up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my God, it's oh God, no, James. Well done, James. You're now officially the world's biggest spaniel in the world. But finally, after many tests, James May slightly redeemed himself. Right, trying in 1, 2, 3. Power, as Jeremy Clarkson would say. Yes, no. Hammond, are going to blame that one on you. Well, that attempt didn't go well. However, we hadn't quite given up. Close, but not quite. So we decided that this would be the end, our final turn. But not without one last go in James May's Spaniel Mobile. I know it's going to fly this time, I just know it, and I'm going to prove all you two absolute pillockless morons to shame. Right, bring out the pies. Okay, right. The engines are on. Let's get ready to test. See, Hammond, this will fly. Yes! Look at it! It's flying! It's flying in your face, Hammond. You owe me a steak and alpaca pie. Oh, crap. With that, back to the studio. Oh, wait, James. Look at that. But on that bombshell, thank you so very much for watching, and good night!